want to reading this ugly, but no choice. Allah. Okay, look. Can you hear me? Then I don't need microphone. No. And some of us thinking only of the specific act of the killing with our own hand might imagine that we are innocent of ever having taken life. Of course, sometimes we can do like this, to have this idea. I don't eat meat, I never killed any kind of, I take life another's. And then in this perspective, surely I haven't got any negative deeds through the taking life. Because I specifically act of the killing, nothing I done by my own hand. And someone said, maybe you have this kind of idea that it's not really like this situation. But to start with, there's no single ones. And without creation of the negative, which is the taking life. Higher or low, powerful or feeble, who is not guilty of having crushed countless tiny insects underfoot while walking around there. Doesn't matter high or low, weak, everybody is working on. And also sometimes working, eating, drink. When you are working, 100% you are killing under your feet. You are eating whatever you eat. Already we are discovered, but without killing, almost we can't get food. When we drink, exactly like this. Even when we are moving, how many beings crush it in our bodies. When I was Dzogchen, there's one monk. He recited 2 times 2 billions or 2 billion times money recited on Mani Padme Hongsa. Afterwards, amazing things happen. Each billions he done, and he's very old, one teeth is coming out. Very white, completely sharp. And second time is also he did, and 2 teeth came. And he sometimes is like kind of the sea, very funny things. It's like kind of this, you can see the result of the maybe recitations. Of course, not that much purified. He's a very pure man, very excellent man. And then it's like sometimes he see that someone's going through the, like kind of the, in the middle of the sentient beings, they're huge, powerful, like we are, like a huge, strong car sending into the birds or into the insect. And the cars is nothing kind of feel to how much to kill this insect. Like this, when we are going invisible, like we can't receive, but there are such beings crushed in our body. Of course, our perspective, we are very slowly going. But when we are going, it's for some other sentient beings, we are so fast, very fast. Like 1 feet is maybe for some animals, maybe need to go the cross, maybe 1 day. And like this, well, therefore, I think it's like when you attack the individual liberations, you cannot run. Go very slowly. This is discipline. And like this, and when we are walking around, and how much we are crushed, and countless tiny insects underfoot, while walking around, it's a truth. Then there is like a depths, like a negative depths through the killing, taking life, other sentient beings. And like this. And also it's like sometimes some monks, lamas, they're very proud because they like think I never ever killed any sentient beings. I'm most time in the retreat and I never kiss it. But also you have, because you eat meat, that means. More specifically, lamas and monks visiting their benefactors' houses, what you are going to eat. Sometimes it's ancient, now it's lesser than benefactors. Maybe it's like, oh, today we are, our guest is maybe some monks, lamas invited. We need to make nice food. Without meat, may be difficult. And they do. And also is lamas, monks, whatever benefactors offered, they eat. And then it's like, that times it's kind of problems here. Serves flesh and blood of the animals that have been slaughtered and cooked for them. Exactly. And it's sometimes like also practitioners say, okay, maybe we need to a little bit meat meal. And of course, sometimes when you buy, maybe there is someone's beings lost their life. But if there's nobody's eat meat, of course, all the animal is free. Wonderful. That is not in case in this world, very difficult. And sometimes specifically, it is like maybe as you go to the benefactors, they make kind of the serviced meat. Then it's maybe you need to concern. Maybe benefactors, they don't know just to have, important guest. We need to kill 2 animals, then they cooked service. And therefore, like Buddhas never kind of, sometimes someone's invited, specifically them, they all the time begging. Certainly someone's front the door, then they're begging, whatever that time has received the food, they eat. Like this, here is the most, the Patrul Rinpoche criticized the means. Wherever you go, maybe you can to tell. And during the benefactors, puja maybe 1 day, 2 days, maybe 1 week. And during that time, without meat, flesh, 100% you don't going to die hungry. And not necessarily slaughter some animals to cook. And therefore, it's like we should to taking care of that. Sometimes it's like some Mahayana countries, they don't much caring and someone's invited, if they kill animal, they offer, they just eat. But maybe it's a little to taking care, the most important. And also such there is predilections, predilections, the accents. Like they like very much this taste, for the taste of the meat, that without the least remorse or the compassion for the slaughtered beast, they wolf it all down with great gusto. Gusto or gusto or gusto. Gusto. Vimakara translation, they use a very strange word. It doesn't matter. And such there's like kind of predilections, have such desire for the taste, for the meat, but they haven't got any remorse, regret for the slaughtered beast. No compassion, though it's slaughtered beast. Only concerning about the taste of the meat. And they have great taste, delicious. That's concerning, maybe not very good. And even someone is offered to you the meal of the with meal, blood something. Such you need to pray, dedicate, sending compassion. And like this, there may be also benefit. Such a benefit. If you need to eat meat, maybe compassionate, and you connect to these sentient beings, maybe it's the such received the benefit. And therefore, very important, without eating meat, in case you need it, maybe pray, regret, sending compassion, virtues, and to think about those lost life, those sentient beings or slaughtered beasts. Then it's maybe such a benefit. In such a case, the negative karmic effect of the slaughtered face on the both benefactor and the guest without distinctions. And the benefactors slaughtered animals offered service to the doer of the pujas, lamas, monks. But in the karmic effect, negative karmic effect, 100% both have this karmic effect. And this perspective also, when you eat meat, there is kind of karmic effect. You need to dedicate, you need to compassion. And without that, it's not very good. There's no distinctions. And particularly when important people and government official travel about, they go to in the sea the peoples. Wherever they go, they need blood, flesh. Innumerable animals are killed for their tea parties. Each moment they like kind of the service, receptions. They doing like this, and then it's like also it's like some maybe important government peoples. Also, if you are maybe a little bit kind of compassion or Buddhist, or you don't eat the meat, but You don't kill the animal, but when you ever go under your people's service to you meal, and then they slaughter those animals. And therefore, particularly those government official peoples should to taking care. Each tea parties, or it is like any kind of the further invitation during the invited, they service such kind of the meat meals. And in this perspective, you have the karmic effect by the taking life. Even you direct not killed, but you have, there is. And also the rich as the rule kill countless animals of all their livestock. Maybe some is like rich, they never kill. But how much you have when you be owner of those animals. Even you are like kind of the small. I would to say it's like, if you have one sheep, goats, horse, cats, how much they are killing? Livestock. Apart from the old beast here and there. And those animals, those rich families, they have a lot of livestock. Yaks, cows, sheep, goats, so on, so on. And those beasts never die naturally, here or there. They allow none to die to the natural death, but have them slaughtered one by one as they age. It is the truth. Last time when we talked, those rich kind of families have 1,000 sheep, 1,000 animals. And they used a lot for milk, butter, and also they take out the wools and hairs. They use all their life. And finally they become old age and they cannot use, then they sell into the butch, slaughtered them. One by one. They like shoes, which is old age. Very funny. It's coronavirus arrived in the hospital. Go to the check the young to save, old to ignore. Very sad. And rich families, they killing. The old is not very nice, yes? And therefore, you do like this, you are like kind of fixating or pick up all your old age, your livestock, selling into the butcher, slaughter to them. But you are not directly your hand slaughtered, but you ordered. And then is of course you have the negative karmic effect, 100%. What is the more? In the summer, this very cattle and sheep, and it's the graze. That kind of the eater of the grass. And how much they also killing. Sometimes you develop those animals in your, like, according to your wish. Why is it rich to develop the animals? Not through the compassions, not the kindness, because they need to develop, then they're selling, they're killing. And as much as to develop animals, also animals, how much they are killing, also they serve. For example, in the summer, inconceivable the animals killing small animals, like a cattle and yak, cows, horse, sheep, killing innumerable insects, flies, ants, and even little fish and frogs. It's truth. You know, horse eat frog very much. Have you heard? Sheep eat birds very much. Then it's a fly and ants. It's inconceivable they are eating animals. Swallowed down with the grass. Of course, ant and fly insect, specifically also fish, frog, really horse and the wild deers, they eat a lot of frog. They love, they swallow with the grass. Crush it on the hoovers, or the swamped and their dung, I don't know, and the shit. And how much they are killing. And therefore, this negative karmic result of all these acts come to the owner as well as the beasts, 100%. Because you are the owner. Then you cannot say, I never killed direct by my hand. But you have taken killing karmic effect. Compared to the horse, cattle, and other livestock, sheep are particularly prolific source of the harms. Prolific source of the harm. And also it's like to develop inconceivable, and also the source of the harms. And the sheep also is eating. It's amazing. Sheep eating the small birds in horrible way. And sometimes it's also insect. But it's itself, as they are grass, great, they eat all sort of little animals. Look, frogs, snake, baby birds. Baby birds I saw myself, really to eating. Snake, I'm not sure, did they eat actually? Frogs, and so on. When they are eating, and they're killing, and this karmic effect also to affect to the owner. Then owner says, I haven't got any taking life's karmic effect, but you have. And particularly in the summer, at the shearing times, northern shearing shifts, shearing, the wool is taken out. Hundreds of thousands of the insect, like a bat or the like, carried each sheep in the fleece, all died. And when you are taking out the wools, those sheep's fleece, they died. Sometimes 1 in the sheep backs, millions fleas or animals. And you take out wool and put it on the ground, 1 or 2 days, everybody died. And you killing that. In the winter at the lambing time, lambing timers, you don't know that. In the Westerns, probably, but maybe also true. In some it's like sheeping areas, maybe in Tibet, Mongolia. Someone's like kind of they killing the very small baby of the sheep. Why? The skin is so soft, they make like cloth. No more than half the lamb are kept. The rest are killed at the birth. In the winter timers, this lamb is like small baby, is immediately born. And it's like kind of 1 or 2 months more than that. Then they're killing. Maybe if you make one person's wearing maybe jacket, maybe you need 10 sheep's skin. Very small because they kill him in order to have this skin. And then it's like some rich, they kill all of them in order to make clothes to whole families. If you make one Tibetan chowa, how many you need to skins? Maybe a lot. And then it's the mother where are used for their milk and to produce lamb. Mothers, were they using all the times? The baby is a few months, they kill lambs until they become too old. The mother of the sheep, of course, they take all the times milks. Every year almost they need to make baby. Then they have milk. Like kind of sheep yogurt, sheep butter this. And then it's like a own child already killed, or own child, they can't get the mother's milk. They're taken away by the humans. They become too old, those old mothers of the sheep. And then it's exhausted, and with the point, they are then all slaughtered for their meat and skins. And many kind of the nomads, they do like this. In Europe, for example, most like kind of the cows. And how many we used, some cow factors, 100,000 to tidy up around the machines. Food, water come through the mouth. And head is outside this case. Body is outside, cannot sleep. And then they like a baby put into their womb, like a kind of artificial way. And they need to make rebirth. They take out sometime from the operation, from like kind of the very ugly way. And immediately sometimes they kill because, cow like a small baby's meat for. And also then milk is not taken by the humans, also taken by the machines. And then they are like kind of fit, everything going down. They cannot sleep. Then it's all the limbs become very strange. They become skinny. Then they send into in the butcher slaughtered. Like this kind of they doing. And not a single ram, whether casted or not, reaches maturity without being slaughtered straight away. Ramps is like kind of the 6-7 years old sheeps. We call the ramps. You casted or not, they kill them because it's most good meat, they say, good skin. They cannot die naturally, they're killing. Therefore, how many times we have karmic effect, negative karmic effect through the taking life. We need to regret, we need compassion, we need to dedicate, we need to purify it. And so everybody has karmic effect from the taking a life. Sunam daya tamje zibanye tumni ni bedana pamje de shegananji. Sapan solendo kantowa asho shancho semencho. Rambo Panama Senjene bajene banyer dene le tajer jindro ne na malu. Todun jong me per sho menan ta don den ba don song a de jun de pra don kan ro sambo las. Ni ji san don danger ji cong don lao. Je penze la ye zha xi ni zhi de le san ba ye yin zhi pra dong ci rin ne me de xie den bar shui gar.